Hey, what's up everyone, Morey Croson here, and today we're going to be going over some of the common mistakes that we'll see when pushing off of the back leg, and we're going to start the video right now. Alright, so as many of you quarterbacks know, the most important part of being able to create force out of the lower body is going to start from how well we're able to generate force off of the back leg. And so today I'm going to go over some of the key mistakes that we'll see when pushing off that back leg that I think really makes a big difference when it comes to really generating a lot of power and really being a great quarterback, right? And when it comes to being able to throw the ball with a lot of force behind it, you got to be able to really start from the lower body and the disassociation you're able to create within that lower body. So we're going to go ahead and go through a couple of these mistakes here. The first thing that I commonly see is just not having the right distance within your base, right? And so when your feet are here, one thing that does is it just makes it so it takes a lot longer for you to get the ball out of your hands, but it also makes it so the shift is a little bit shorter, right? Because when you're here, now even if I just take a small step, I can still get my hips around and everything to rotate faster. And that's where the advantage is of being a taller quarterback, is that they already are going to have a wider base because they're taller, right? But a lot of shorter quarterbacks, what they do, and there's even some tall quarterbacks that actually make this mistake as well, they get their feet too close together, right? Now when your feet are too close together, now you don't really get to be able to create much of a lateral push off, right? Or you have to just work in the lateral plane, right? You just end up going here. The key thing of being able to generate force here is that we got to be able to push off that back leg in a way that makes it so we can push forward and rotate simultaneously. And that is a difficult thing to be able to really teach yourself how to do, especially if it's something that you're just getting used to doing. So big thing, two main things that we went over there. One, we got to widen out your base. Okay, so if you're having trouble pushing off the lower body, using the lower body, widen out your base. The second thing is make sure that when you're pushing forward towards your target and rotating simultaneously, right? So it wants to be that action, okay? And when you're doing that, keep that front shoulder closed, okay? So this is an important drill to be able to do in order to really help yourself in pushing off that back leg, okay? Now, a common mistake, right? So those are going to be two mistakes that we'll see, is that either somebody will most commonly we'll just see people try to work in this plane, right? And not really get any rotation into it. We'll also see people that'll just try to rotate and will almost stay back. They won't push themselves forward. So that could be a mistake there. It's not working in two planes, right? Only getting stuck in only working in one plane. And then the other thing, like I said, was the base. And then the third mistake is going to be when pushing off that back leg, really doing it in a way that doesn't generate any type of forward momentum, right? And so what I mean by that is, let's say we have a great base here. Mostly the time that we see this type of issue is not when people have a really good base. We'll see it more often when people actually don't have a good base. So what we'll commonly see here is that when they're pushing off, they'll push off to the side and really let their foot go out here. So then the spine goes this way, right? And then the foot goes out to this side, or they'll push their foot back, right? Just not pushing with their big toe to make it so everything comes forward. And that's an important note here. I know I haven't brought up the big toe yet. That ends up really being the big thing, is just not really utilizing the big toe. We got to get all of our weight onto that big toe and then push off and get full extension off that big toe to really make it so now all of our weight ends up transferring forward. All right, so that's going to be number 3. And then the last thing that we'll go over is going to be number 4 here, which is that they're not getting great hip extension, right? So when it comes to pushing off, we're going to go from a place where my hip is flexed, right? You can see here, my hip is flexed. And then when I push off, I'm really extending my hips, so I'm squeezing my butt, okay? I don't want to end up getting in a position where I'm just going here, right? Or really just not even allowing myself to fully extend my hip, which is going to be, really kind of sitting back or arching in the back or something like that. Really not allowing myself to, again, shift my weight onto my front foot. Now, there's a ton of things that could be happening within that front leg that will prevent you from shifting all of your weight forward onto that front leg, right? And so that could end up being a problem, is that you don't have the right stability, the right mobility, the right control of that front foot, which is why you're not pushing off the back leg. But if you could just get a great understanding of how to utilize the big toe in that back foot, the back hip, the overall momentum, working in two different planes where you're pushing off and rotating, as well as correcting your base, those 4 things will all add more velocity, more throwing distance, and more overall power to your throw. So I'd say really want to work on those things to be able to improve your overall throwing mechanics. So I hope you liked the information. If you did, go ahead and click that thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, comments, or recommendations, you can leave those down below. Guys, we have 81% of people that are watching these videos that are not subscribed. 19% of them are subscribed, which in my opinion is telling me that there's a lot of you guys that are watching videos like this and are not taking action in any way, right? So if you're subscribed, what I think is that you are committed to getting better, right? You're always wanting to get more videos, more information to help you in improving, and so that's why you would subscribe to a channel like this. If you're not subscribed, then you probably watch a video like this and say, okay, those are 4 helpful drills, and don't really do anything about it, right? You're not really an action taker. You're not somebody that's really trying to grind out and get better. Just know that there's 19% of all these views, right? All these different videos that you see, there's a few of them that have thousands, right? So 20% of those people are action takers. So when it comes to you thinking you're supposed to get a Division I scholarship, or other colleges should be interested in you, or you should be the starter on the team, think about what it is that you do on a daily basis when it comes to the actions that you need to take in order to get yourself to the next level. Because there are guys out there that are taking action. There are guys out there that are doing everything they can to improve, and those are the guys that colleges are looking for and college coaches are looking for, right? When it comes to recruiting, all college coaches are putting a priority on the individual that they're looking for. So you might have talent, but if you don't have that type of work ethic that a coach is really looking for, then he's gonna just look right over you, all right? So get committed, get serious, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Thanks for watching. Check out the description too, guys. We have a quarterback presentation, we have a 7-day trial, we have a throw program, we have throw breakdowns, we have everything you guys need in order to improve. So take action on this. I'm looking forward to seeing all your guys' improvements. I want all of you to succeed. That's why I do these videos all the time. I tell myself, do this video, help people out, help people out. How can you help more? How can you help more? So that's why I'm doing these videos. I want to help you guys out. So I hope you guys really decide to take action with this. I hope you can understand how to use your lower body better, because that's going to make a big difference in your throw. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.